Hello, welcome back. What is it, March? Oh, it's March the 9th, I think. No, maybe it's the 10th. Anyway, it was a full moon last night. Another super moon, which is right out there changing the planet, helping people see the truth. Anyway, I want to welcome you to my channel. Thank you for joining, for subscribing, and for all my new subscribers. I really appreciate it. And for sharing. Very important to share this information because we all have different gifts and everyone knows different things. We're all part of a little puzzle or a big puzzle. Anyway, my title is Our Future, or a glimpse into our future. So bear with me. This is going to be a very interesting video, but I do want to remind you that everything that I've shared previously about the chaotic world, as you can see, we're right in the midst of this chaotic world. And if you remember, two things you need to do. First is whatever is printed, whatever is written, you need to ask your higher self first, is this my truth? And second, you need to re-raise your vibration because other people's energies tend to attack you unknowingly. And so you say, I am the light, I am the love, I am. And especially with the coronavirus and the presidency and all these angry, fearful people. I am the light, I am the love, I am. You have to repeat it until you feel it. The world is about feeling, not thinking, not reading and moving on, because nothing that you learn will change you until you feel it. So you want to get into the habit of how does this feel? Is this my truth? That should be the first thing you do, just like waking up every morning and hopefully brushing your teeth. So I do have, let's see here. Oh, also I want to tell you that with a lot of my postings, or people who do post positive things, and we do get attacked by bullies because that's what they are. They're just bullies. You see, bullies don't just hang out in grade school. They grow up and they still stay a bully. And the reason why it is so important for them to attack you is because they still live in ego. So I looked up the definition of ego because we all know what ego is, but I like the definition. Ego means a person's sense of self-esteem or importance. Now, doesn't it make sense if I post something that you don't agree with, you just move on from it? But if you're the type of person who has to make comments and judgments, then you live in fear, you live in ego. And if other people do this, remind yourself, oh, they just live in fear, they just live in ego. And don't suck it in. But you will have to re-raise your vibration because we are only energy. And energy travels positive and negative, and that negative energy will attack you. So I just want to remind you, it's ego, it's fear, and I am the light, I am the love, I am. So my poem today, which is about this video, is be love, be joyful, be free. No matter how dark it appears, the light still shines on all, even for those who still live in fear. I am the light, I am the love, I am. Protects you from the insane, rearranges your energy, raises it back on high. 'Cause these words are coded. They came from our star family who live in our skies. To protect you from insanity that's spreading so much fear, creating those that know no better as they scream hatred in your ears. It's amazing to me how so many believe the lies that are displayed. But even so, their negative energies are still kept at bay. Continue on your journey, awaken to your truth each day, as everyone is being fed positive light all day. Ignore those who do not see, but send them peace, send them love, send them loving energy. One day soon they too will see and awaken to truths they don't yet see. So leave their side. Do not try to awaken them, please. It will happen in their time. Some will rise, some will open to the divine. Be joyful, be love, be free. Remember to stay on your path. All is unfolding nicely. That's a message from my Ascended Masters. So, someone channeled something that is the second part of my video. Now, first, I want to remind you, I'm going to read this and then explain it for those who don't get it. But I do want to remind you, number one, the universe is in charge. It always has been. Everything happens for a reason. We never know, or we don't always know what the reason is. It's trusting in a higher power. It's trusting in the Ascended Masters. It's just trusting yourself. And, you know, a lot of people have talked about two earths. I brought up two earths. But really, what does that mean? You know, in the past, it used to confuse me. Well, one day some of us will wake up on a new earth and others will wake up on a different earth, but neither one of us would know the difference. Well, unless you're on the new earth. But I was told this morning, and this makes a lot of sense, we live in two earths because our earth is divided between love energy and fear energy. If you are one of those who live in love energy, who have a knowing in your heart that all is well and everything is working out divinely, that earth is paradise and beauty, that you can be free and are free right here, it all starts with you. It all starts with what you focus on, what you see, what you are aware of, what you believe. Now, the other people who still focus on fear, believe in the news, and get all hiffy or huffy, if I think that's the word, stressed out, freaked out, bully everyone, those people live on a lower frequency on earth. So you can walk, I don't care where you walk. You can walk in a mall. You can just walk them out among a whole bunch of people. Some live in fear or the lower energy of earth. Others live in the higher energy of earth and they live in paradise. So I tell people I live in paradise. I don't know where you live. Now, it is shown to them every night, pretty much, when the sun sets. our skies have opened up, and I think a lot of people just ignore it. People don't become amazed of the positive things that go on in life because they don't know how to. And they're so fearful that they can't see above it. But our planets are lined up and have lined up for the last year and a half. Well, they always have. They've always influenced everything, but it's more so awakening people up. And because they're awakening everyone, that the people who aren't awake don't know what to do with these new thoughts. And they vacillate back and forth, and it's just confusing for them. And then eventually they will change. Because to be honest with you, I didn't want to bring this up, but after I read what I haven't read to you yet, I think it's a synchronicity. So I'm going to tell you. I told you in the past, you can talk to anything and anyone because we're not human. We're not alien. Well, we are alien, but meaning that you can talk to the Star Nation. You can talk to God. You can talk to Jesus. You can talk to the rocks, the streams, the dolphins, sharks. You can talk to birds, dogs, cats, horses, insects, everything, flowers, nature, all of it. Talk to them. If you're open to receive and understand that if I said something and asked a question, and the first thought that comes to my head, that is their answer. And then you trust it. That's it. And the more you trust it, the more you will be able to connect to other things that are human, I guess, if I want to put it to you that way. So there is a plan, our future, and it's all written here, and it was posted on Facebook by Ace Endez, and my guides told me that this was true. So I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to explain it. The corona is a cover-up for the largest U.S. military intelligence operation the world has ever known. Now, why? First off, we are changing. Second of all, ever since this world has gone under, the universe has been trying to get it back together. And try for thousands of years. And, actually there was supposed to be alien landings or starship landings or whatever you want to call it in 2011. So because of that, they had 9/11. That was why 9/11 happened. You see, there's always something to distract you from opening yourself up. Always. This is how they control you, okay? So anyway, in 2014 it was supposed to happen, and it wasn't time yet because there wasn't enough people that were awake. So brings me back to what I've said before. More people are awake than are not. Just like more people follow Trump than don't. But it doesn't appear that way. They don't want you to think it's that way. So stay on your path. Do what makes you feel good. Believe that things are going well. And live in your paradise. Your life of magic. Your life of elementals. Your life of joy and happiness. Because you can. Because it's right here. It's all up to you. Now, The plan is to totally shut down the entire globe. So, the light has won. The game is over. It's been over since last year because it's always been this is going to happen, that's going to happen, then it never happens. Well, it is happening and the world is getting better and more people are awakening and seeing past the illusion. So, in order for the event to happen, because that's what I was told, starships come around my house a lot, and I go out and I speak with them, and I ask them. Now, it was 2 weeks ago. It wasn't even a full moon. It was a quarter moon. And when I looked outside, the whole sky looked like it was a full moon. Because when the light shines from a full moon that brightly, you can see blue in the sky even though it's nighttime. So I asked, this is different, isn't it? And they said, yes. And I said, is this a sign? And they said, yes. And I said, so is the event going to actually happen soon? And they said, yes. So it is around the corner. But remember, there is no time, but it's definitely on the way. So things have to happen. Everything is a process because it can't come out at the wrong time. So you just trust it. It'll happen. And this is pretty much why or how it will be. The plan is to shut down the entire globe so they can make massive arrests, remove evil in government, bankers, globalist elites, Hollywood, sports stars that are involved in Epstein Island and other islands. Now, I've been thinking a lot about pedophiles. And to be honest, I watch Netflix, but I only watch what my guides guide me to watch because it shows me things. And pedophiles have been around almost since the beginning of time. Women have probably forgotten that we were always subservient. We were always powerless. Not really, but in their eyes. Women, I mean, I'm watching this horrible movie right now, or season, but it's filmed in the 1600s, and how all men did was rape women, capture them and rape them, control them, rape them. And so it's not new. And who knows? Who knows? You see, we reincarnate to learn lessons. Did some of these people reincarnate to continue to be the way they used to be? Did they reincarnate to learn lessons but went back to their old ways? Because all these people will be paid for this, but not necessarily how you think they will. Because karma, the universe, takes care of it. Everyone still believes that God does all of this. God has nothing to do with it. Because everything that you do is recorded in a record called the Akashic Records. And that's where everything is. And then you decide what you're going to experience, not God. So, anyway. Now, because of the evil that's been here in governments and bankers and globalists and Hollywood and sports stars that are involved, many other massive scandals, remove the fiat currency and go to gold-backed currency. Global currency reset. So one of the presidents took away our currency out of gold, and it was all for their profit. So we're going back to the gold. Then Nasera Gesera will reactivate. And the Jacera law wipes out all debts, releases us into Tesla's future, and gives us 6,000 medical cures, free energy, and many other beautiful things. The way it should have always been. Okay, there will be up to a 6-week closure of everything, and military will lead the way. Now, let me tell you this. When people pick up psychic information, it's not always exactly how it's said. Now, let me explain very simply. Will there be a 6-week closure? Possibly, I don't know. It's hard to say exactly how this will be because nothing is ever exact when you pick it up that way. I just call it psychic information. I mean, it's words sometimes can just take a whole bunch of stuff and stick them together, if you know what I mean. So, anyway, so the situation is this. Like I've said, we're never supposed to be sick. We're never supposed to be ill. And we've been all of these things. Everything. Our land's been poisoned, so we don't have like global warming. Everything's guarded and guided by the universe. Everyone thinks that all these people with their big mouths and, that have a platform, like movie stars, why do they have a platform? I'd like to have a platform. They would shut me down because they don't want me to express what real reality is. But these people have a platform because they work for the evil people. It's just easier to say it that way. So there's millions of Hollywood people that do this. And they use this platform in that way. But regardless, think about this. Even Trump's destiny was to be president. Nothing's going to stop it. Destiny, no one on this planet can stop destiny. Now, power goes to people's heads. Like cops, they get a gun and all of a sudden they become a different person. These people become, get into office. They become different people. This power takes over them. Then they find out how all this money they have access to, all the health benefits they have, everything is for them. It's never been for you. It isn't now and it never will be. And they continue to go on the media to tell you fearful things, what you need to do to get better, what you need to think, what you need to eat, what you need to worry about, what you need to fear. Why do they do this? Because it will harm you in every which way that it can harm you. That's why this is done. This is why I laugh at all the people who freak out about all this stuff that's not real. It again is the illusion. So please know that medical healing is coming. So if you have medical issues, then just don't focus on it. Continue to tell yourself every single day, I am healed. I am free of any ailments. And you will become free of any ailments. You can change this now. You start setting yourself up, being positive, because negativity harms you so much. It's like drinking poison. And think about the government, what they receive. I've said this before, all the tax money. They receive tax money 24 hours a day, because it doesn't have to be tax season. It's whatever you buy, whatever you eat, wherever you go, they get money from everything. Is that even right or fair? No, this is what's changing. All of this is changing, you see. But there's still going to be people out there when all the truth comes out that are still going to say it's not true. And that's why you've got to stick to your heart. Trust yourself. Trust your guidance. Trust your gut. Trust your higher self. And you've got to spend time raising your vibration. When you become attacked by other people, they spread their negative energy on you. And because you walk in the light, they go after you even more so, without them even realizing that they really like to be around you because they like the way it feels. They would never tell you that because they don't really even know it themselves. They're not aware. That's all. Ignore it. Because the more you get involved in their drama, then it starts to bring you down. So what do? You brush yourself off with selenite. If you don't have selenite, you just repeat. I am the light, I am the love, I am. Now, let's say you stop watching my video, you turn on the news, some horrible thing just happened. What do? I am the light, I am the love, I am. I am the light, I am the love, I am. You don't even pay attention to it. Because, why? Because nothing negative is going on this planet unless you think it is. Any depression that you receive is either from other people or your thoughts. Period. Dot. That's it. It's nothing else. That's why I'd mentioned in some previous videos that I would leave the house being happy and then go out and become depressed, knowing that somebody zapped me with some negative energy. And I don't even have to know the person, is my point. So remember that. So where are we going? We want the world to stop. We want to go to gold. We want for everything to fall apart so it can rebirth itself to heaven right here on earth, where you don't have to worry about paying taxes because we won't have an IRS. We won't have a constitution that says it's for the people, but it's run by evil people who they're the only people who receive and we get nothing. Do you enjoy this every day? No. So know that this is going to happen. The skies are going to open up even more. The beginning of it are the purple and pink skies that I've been seeing every day that I've never seen before, that are plastered all over the world. It's going to become more intense in that direction. The veils are already thinning and lifting. You will be able to see your family who is supposedly what you think are dead, buried in a casket, and rest in peace, because nobody rests in peace. I don't even know where that came from. You don't rest ever. You don't even rest when you go to sleep. You are actually attached to your higher self, to the spirit, with an umbilical cord. And when that cord gets cut, that's when you leave Earth and you transition over to the other side. You go back home. Now, it is my understanding that we will be our truth, which means paradise on earth, working but not working for other people with jobs and money and pay, because money won't even exist. Borders won't exist. Taxes won't exist. All the crooks won't exist. They'll be gone. Because you can't mix evil with heaven. You see what I'm saying? And people will want to be on earth because you'll be in a body that is whatever body you want it to be. If you want to be young, you'll be young. If you want to be old, you can be old. You'll never get sick and your body won't age. You can travel wherever you want. You can do whatever you want. You can manifest yourself in any city, any country in the world. That's reality. You follow the laws of the universe, not the laws of the world. Not the made-up laws that only work for them. You see? So that's why this message here is very good. So all you need to do is continue on this path. Now, I want to tell you, when I got out of high school, one of my best guy friends, I hadn't seen him in a while because he went to school. He went to college and became a cop. This is just one person. So I went to a party. He was there. Well, he actually, I think he gave the party. And the party was not in his house. It was like a big place that he rented. There was tons and tons of people at this party. But this is just one incident where I want to explain to you how power works. This guy became a cop. It was his party. What did he do? He put, number one, I think when you're a cop, you don't wear your gun in your house. You don't walk around the world with your damn gun. So anyway, he comes to this party with his gun. He takes it out of his pocket and he holds it up in the air and he says, I got a gun. I have power over all of you. And I'm like, who is this person? That's just because he became a police officer. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not bashing police officers. Trust me, I am not. They are people just like you and me. They follow laws, and I feel sorry for them because there's no law written on earth that's for the people who are good. Laws are written for the bad. Why are they written for the bad? Because all the people who wrote them are bad. Doesn't that make sense? You don't have to be a rocket science to figure it out. The legal system is totally rotten. I mean, how can you, as a loving person, defend a mass murderer knowing he's a mass murderer, but defending him because he has a right to a trial? I mean, I'm laughing because it's a joke. It's a phony, funny joke. Because the joke's going to be on all of them shortly. I was going to say very soon, very shortly, but time doesn't exist, so who knows. But you know what? You can just sit back, visualize your life, because visualization creates what you want. So visualize what you want to see. Visualize what you want to be, who you want to be, where you want to live, what you want it to look like, and that's how you create your future. You see, they have you fearing your future because you won't have enough money. And, there's people who around in my past who'd say things like, well, I'm not going to live on Social Security. Well, where did the Social Security money come from? It came from you. They took it out of your pay, so you're just getting paid back. I mean, people are funny. They're funny. But whatever. Just sit back, enjoy your life, laugh. It's a joke. It's a movie. It's all it is. It's not reality. It's definitely not reality. I do get irritated because I keep trying to tell people, if you don't believe something, then it's your right to say I disagree. But those who come on and you're wrong and you're stupid, and people go out of their way on Facebook to message me to tell me what a dumb bitch I am. I mean, why? Well, who does that? Ego does that. And then I go on their Facebook page and I see they're all about love and light. This is why I tell you, just because someone posts or says they are, they're not necessarily. So that's why you follow your heart. You trust yourself. You trust your higher self. Is this my truth? No. That's it. Done. Simple. Life is simple. It's magical. And I want to show you something. Sorry, it just hit me. This, you see, is a basket of phony flowers. Okay? Now, if you want to play and have fun, you can have fun with anything in your house with elementals. They bring joy, laughter, fun, and peace. Now, I'm just trying to lighten up my video. That's why I'm bringing this up. Now, elementals, they can be seen only during certain lighting. So it's never in a bright room. Light has to be around, but it's not bright light. And I want to tell you, when the sun sets and I have a light on, like in my bedroom, and this plant of flowers sits in my hallway by my bedroom, all of the elementals go on my flowers and they become people that I see. And they're never the same people. Sometimes it's a woman holding a baby. Sometimes it's a man and a woman kissing. Sometimes it's there's a bunch of things. There's dogs. There's more than one thing going on my plants here, on these flowers. And then their head, the flower head turns into like a crown. And it's magic. And I turn the music on and they move to the music. And then some of them start talking to me, but unfortunately, not yet. I don't hear what they're saying. I'm not really 100% sure they're even trying to talk to me. Sometimes I think they mimic me. Because when I turn my sound off and I rewatch my video and I turn my sound off, that's actually how they appear. Their mouth moves exactly like mine. So they could just be mimicking me. And it's fun. Who needs humans? Because humans have issues. You want to be around loving, high energetic people. People who float in higher dimensions. And elementals are them too. So don't stress over the virus and what's coming next. Because all of this stuff that's coming might not be next. Are you following me? They might be, like I said last week, making up some other bad thing for everybody to get involved in. So I don't know when this is going to happen. And the event, what'll happen is this is how it'll work, is once, if the military does take over and the earth shuts down, like they said, and the banks close and all that kind of stuff, and we go back to gold and Sarah happens, then the event happens. So when the event comes, remember, I dreamt about this. Time keeps ticking. So I don't know, 25, 30 years ago, a wave will pass over planet Earth. And it'll just awaken you. And why do I know this? I will remind you, or if you're new on my channel, I will tell you. They gave me the wave twice. And what it is you're sitting down, minding your own business, and all of a sudden, the energy is so intensely powerful, just like a waterfall is powerful, Just like hurricanes are powerful, just like tsunamis are powerful, right? This is more powerful than all of that put together. And bam, you just change. Just like that. And all you see is love. All you feel is love. And this is how other people will start to awaken. And then they will search you out. The people who resonate with you will search you out. So all of you that are awakening and working on yourself will eventually help other people. But you don't go out looking for people. They will come to you. You don't go to people and tell them how it needs to be. Just like they turn around and try to tell you how they think you should be. Does this make sense? So, that is my message. I hope you enjoy my video. Share it, please. And whenever you get down, remember this. I carry strong healing energy. So, re-listen to one of my videos because you're always getting major zaps of positive energy that come from me whenever you watch my video. Listen to one of my poetic videos. It will instantly heal you and take you right out of the dark hole that someone has gotten you into. And to remind you that we are love. And I am love. I am light. I am. You are powerful. You are very powerful. And that power is only for good, not for bad. Bye. Hopefully I'll see you next week.